I'm sure it's something you already noticed, but a lot of people are talking to AI right now instead of other people. And honestly, it makes sense. It happens to me all the time. Sometimes you just randomly open a chat, start typing what's been sitting on your mind, and suddenly there's a whole deep conversation, right? You feel understood, maybe for the first time ever, and it gives you words that you didn't know before. It explains your emotions really clearly. It actually reflects patterns back to you. And for a moment, it really does genuinely help. But then after a couple hours, like after a couple days, something really strange happens. You start slowly going back, regressing to the same emotional state again. You're still anxious and you're still overwhelmed and you still react like you used to. And eventually you just start asking yourself, if I understand myself better now and if I can recognize it, why do I still feel this way? And that's a question that a lot of people are asking, because the simple truth is awareness does helps, but sometimes there's a lot of things inside you that still need to be resolved. You can explain your patterns perfectly, right? You can say exactly what is not working for you, like why you're overthinking or why certain things trigger you, why you shut down, why relationships feel difficult. You really become this incredible master of self-awareness, but you still react the same way. Same emotions are happening. You still have tightness in your chest, you still replay conversations, you still find yourself doing the same mistakes, repeating the same patterns, just feel emotionally exhausted all the time. And after a while, it becomes really frustrating because it feels like, well, if I know exactly what's wrong with me, why can't I change it? So, this is what most people really don't realize. Understanding yourself, it's not the same thing as healing, as releasing what your body is carrying, okay? Because the part of you that's reacting and repeating those patterns and those thoughts and all those replaying in your head, it's your nervous system, it's your body memory, it's emotional survival patterns your system learned years ago. And that's why you can't just boom click be aware of it, understand your trauma or explain your childhood, and that's it, and that recognition automatically fixes everything. It just doesn't work like that. There are a lot of types of healing, okay? A lot of different approaches, and they help in a lot of different ways. Not all healing methods work on the same layer. So, for example, AI therapy, like I like to call it, it can actually be very, very helpful. And it really did. I say that, like, I'm not putting it down. It did really help me a lot, especially in the beginning. Okay. It helps people like organize your thoughts, understand your emotions, just recognize your patterns, feel heard, right? You can talk to it like you can't talk to anybody else. There's no judgment, there's nothing like that. The opposite, there's always constant encouragement of open up yourself and talk more. Um, and for many people, this is the first time they've ever felt emotionally understood. And that really matters. It really does. But like I said in the beginning, with time, a lot of people notice that understanding myself doesn't make me feel better emotionally, because AI works mostly on the level of thinking and creating awareness, but it cannot directly work with your nervous system and your body. Talk therapy is also very beneficial because it helps people really process experiences and understand childhood patterns, build emotional awareness, create healthier coping strategies. And for many people, that already creates a major change, okay? But again, for people, a lot of people that experienced trauma throughout their lives, there comes a point when they can't explain everything perfect. Okay, you can't just say things, it happened A, B, C, and that's what happens. Like, so therefore I can feel better. No. Awareness alone, like I said, doesn't always release. You need to work with that pain. You need to work with that memory. You need to find it in your body and release it. That's where somatic trauma healing enters. Okay? That's why it's so different, because somatic work focuses directly on that nervous system, on those locked memories and the body trauma. Because, like I said, trauma is not just mental. It becomes, a lot of times when it sits in your body for a very long time, it becomes like a physical tension or a shutdown or panic or emotional numbness for some people. And the body just keeps reacting the same and the same, working from the same mechanism. And that's why when we work directly with our body and directly with our nervous system, it makes the body feel safe again. It helps it release that stored survival responses and regulate that emotional overwhelm and just stop reacting if the danger is still happening right now. And that's why it's really important to understand those type of therapies and what's out there and why AI is as beneficial, but where it actually stops working and you need a little more extra help or a different type of approach. I guess that's the best way to say it. So, if it's something that's resonating for you, if you did start therapy with AI and you're like, okay, this is working really good, but I do want to explore something deeper, I feel like it really has a limit, this is where we come in. Our website, One with Prana, offers lots of really like good practices to start working with your body. You can take a look. I'll put all the descriptions underneath. And if you are in a place that you are really ready to understand yourself and find this like clear path when you want to feel more aligned and peaceful inside of yourself, not just temporarily, but actually like allow yourself to feel better and live better, more than welcome to schedule a 30-minute free clarity with us. It's completely for free. We just talk, and together we create this path for you that you can really feel aligned and at peace. I hope this article helped you a little to understand the difference between a lot of different therapeutic methods and what AI can do for you. And I will see you in the next video.